is everyone looking at me? I can't handle the pressure, Tony. You start.
Under pressure.
I just freeze up too.
Hello, my name is Kyle.
I'm Alex.
I'm Rachel.
This is Tony.
And we are Pseudo Adults. Hello, and welcome to episode 183 of the Pseudo Adults podcast. It's anywhere that you find podcasts. It's on all those streamy things that you stream podcasts on. Download, listen to, and if you want to watch this in the video format, you could be a YouTube Space Zamboni member. You could see us and you could check out what's going on.
Bruh.
What are you wearing?
Where? Ooh, we at spaceceremony.com. You like videos and things?
Oh, yes.
Wow, cool. Well, guess what? You go to Space Zamboni, YouTube.com, YouTube Spony, and you watch us. You like us, I think.
Oh, okay, I'm looking it up, and yeah.
What do you think? You like? It's making cry. Funny. Funny cry to your heart. That was our advertisement.
On to you, Tony.
All right, cool. All right.
We're going avant-garde recently.
I've noticed. If you're a pop culture fan, check out Inner Warrior. Pop culture fan wants to level up in life, check out Inner Warrior. If you're looking to transition to an IT career, check out Inner Tech Warrior.
Do you want to run that back one more time?
Yeah.
If you're a pop culture fan who wants to level up in life, check out Inner Warrior. And if you're looking to transition to an IT career, check out Inner Tech Warrior. One more time.
Yeah, do you want to run that?
With feeling.
Yeah. Do you want to run that back 4 more times?
Okay.
I am Tony.
You're being chased by a rhinoceros, but you're not scared. You're more intrigued.
If you're a pop culture fan,
Oh my god.
There's a rhino, Tony.
yeah, but okay.
I don't believe me. Was there an elephant behind you? I want to see rhino energy.
But you're not scared.
Intrigued. Remember.
Yes.
If you're a pop culture fan who wants to level up in life, check out Inner Warrior. And if you want to transition to a tech career, check out Inner Tech Warrior. Yeah. Huh?
Why does it look like you're trying to figure out if the rhino's a boy or girl?
Whatever it was, you nailed it. It worked. Yeah. That was very impressive.
Thank you.
That's what direction does, you know? You had the talent. We just had to bring it out of
That's
them.
right. That's right.
Well, we got
Yeah, all right.
Improv king. Not you. It's for you.
Groovy. Baby.
Yeah, you're right. Let's run that snap back one more time.
It's for you. It's like singing at your own birthday and you're sitting. Oh
my god. I do that.
Clapping along is different. Going, "Happy birthday to me."
You better believe I do that. I want
Gaston.
No one fucks like Gaston. No one
Pucks like Gaston.
Oh, we're allowed to say that on here. I forgot.
Oh, yeah, because this is members only. We can say it.
I was getting ready to say. I was like,
Oh, boy.
No one's
Oh,
as
boy.
incredibly asexual as Gaston.
he does reproduce by budding.
True.
Yeah.
He's like a flower.
And if you haven't already, you can check out my album, Flowers and Cheap Dates, under the artist name The Asymmetrics, anywhere that you stream music, the Spotify's, Apple Musics, etc. Alex and I were talking about that there's the whole service where you get to, nowadays, like the lyrics appear on the screen, like almost karaoke style, like each line. Oh. And I started playing around with it yesterday, and it was immediately a lot of fun, and then as soon as I texted you that it was a lot of fun, I started having problems with it.
Oh, no.
Because I'm very specific. This isn't just an album. It's an album with different characters, and it's almost like this is my chance to have like an instruction booklet for it. Be like, this is the character that's singing each song. It seems like the limitation is that it lets you tag outside artists only if they are actual established like artists, musicians. Like I could tag Rihanna in a song and designate that it's her singing. It might even be color coded for her. But if it's someone like within your own musical artist, it doesn't seem to let you do that. Every line has to be a lyric. Like I can't have a line of like direction, like instruction. I tried playing with hashtags and it's like
Wow.
Interesting.
So I was pondering it over the day, and then I think that basically as long as I think it's going to work, but it's not going to look so cool if people like throw it on their TikToks when it shows like this character sing this line, this character sings this line. But I think it's for the best. So it's like I'm just going to like write the name on the line with like with a colon next to it and be like, this is the person speaking whenever necessary. If it's one person singing an entire verse, I'm going to just throw their name at the beginning of the verse, or the whole song or whatever it is. But clarify whenever necessary. So that's probably what I'm doing. But yeah, it was interesting to learn that they have a suggestion box or like an online suggestion webpage, and I tried submitting it, and it turns out that it's just sort of like a public forum, and someone responded to me later that day, and I don't think it was anyone who worked there, and they're just like, not gonna happen.
Whoa. All right.
And then they proceeded to like explain to me what I already knew. It's like you could tag external artists, but yeah, it was really funny. They're just like, not gonna happen. I'm like, it's an incredibly easy addition if they ever decided to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just create external artists with the names of the characters, pretend
Virtual
it's
artists,
them, and then just say that they're singing it. And then when Apple's like, who are these people? You're like, fuck you!
Well, you can make
That's on a need-to-know basis.
Yeah.
you can make like a whole fake person. Like there's virtual.
Yeah, I'll just use each of your email addresses.
That's pretty much
And you'll
it.
get paid.
I do like free
I
money.
agree.
I concur with this.
I agree.
Yeah, maybe I'm onto something now.
Yeah.
Okay. I just thought that was funny that the person's like, not gonna happen.
Yeah, wow.
Maybe there was someone who does work there. It was the president of Music's match.
That would be so
like,
fucking
fuck that.
No.
Fuck your needs, dude. All right. But either way, the album's out if you want to listen to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've listened to it. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. It's a great album, and it's 22 songs long. It's like an hour and 15 some odd minutes, right?
Yeah, like hour 17 minutes or something like that. I used to think I was like back in the day when we used to burn CDs, like the longer ones were like an 80-minute disc, and I was like, oh, it won't fit. But I was like, oh, it's just under. It's like 77, 78 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, and it's really good. It's enjoyable.
awesome.
You can sit down and listen to it, and it's kind of like a movie, and you can kind of follow the plot if you just listen through it too. You pick up on things like, hey, you'll say like the whole "I quit" is in one song, and then the next job is like, hey, I overheard that you were saying you quit, and like stuff like that, and you could kind of pick up where it's going. And it's cool. It's a nice experience. You should definitely listen.
Well, that's exciting to me. Okay, all right. So on the topic of music release, I don't know if you guys know, there's a new Blink-182 album that came out not too long ago. Also, has everyone by any chance listened to it? Did you guys? No, not your cup of tea.
Just haven't listened to it.
Okay.
It's pretty solid.
Is it?
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very solid. Yeah. They got the crew back together. They
I
got.
was just making sure it was solid.
Yeah. No.
I want to say it makes me think of like everything that they've done between all of their groups, and it's kind of like a little bit of their self-titled album, just all sandwiched together.
Yeah, I don't know how to put it. And there's also a little bit of like they could have been doing this all along vibes, because there's that minute-long interlude, which is just straight up a "We Don't Need to Whisper Angels in Airwaves" song, but a fifth of the length, because it just sounded like Angels in Airwaves, like stereotypical sound, but it was just like the part of that. This whole thing was like they released this hour and 15-minute interview with this journalist who apparently is such a big deal. He's got the Apple Music popular show, I know, and Tom's like one of his like I've come to this realization now that I'm, even more grown up now that I'm turning 75, is that this music could have been with Blink all along. That's part of my growth, and so
Like too late.
Yeah.
There's a lot of missed opportunity there.
Big
But
time. Like,
yeah,
what
it's
the
cool.
hell?
Good for you if you realize it, but what does that do for you now?
Now they're implementing it.
I think it sounds like
years too late.
82.
pre-Neighborhoods, right? It sounds like it would have come out before that, and
I
then
get
like
that.
Neighborhoods would have been their experimental.
It's a little bit more embracing what they'd done before the Neighborhoods was. Yeah. I do think Neighborhoods is a little bit more like progressive and interesting than this. I actually don't know if I like which of these two albums I like more, because I like Neighborhoods a lot, actually, and probably more than most people do.
It's good. I like it.
And they did an interesting thing, not to not to poo poo on them, but a week. How long was the album out before they were like, we have 2 extra tracks, bitches? No, it was less than a week. It was only out for like 3-5 days, maybe, and I'm trying to remember. It was under a week because like they want to become the #1 album, which actually I think that the news got out that they were #3, so they didn't do it. But they. Within the week, they were like, surprise, there's 2 extra tracks if you buy the album digitally on our website. It's $5 for the whole album, which pissed a lot of people off. The people that pre-ordered the album and didn't get those songs, like on a physical copy, because it was digital only. And I don't know, and they just like kind of like didn't explain any further. It's like, you just got to get this copy if you want to hear 2 extra songs. And when I was like, oh, I guess I'm not going to hear these 2 songs. It's fine. I'm not buying it. And long story short, yesterday or the day before, they updated like Spotify to include those 2 extra songs too. Yeah. So it's like they're just trying to
Milk
the fan base out of as much money as possible. And the name of the album is One More Time, so they want to like keep doing it one more time.
Pay us one more time.
Yeah. Tom needs his money for Monsters of California too.
Yeah.
Are you saying that the first one didn't make enough money on its own?
No.
I'm just saying he needs the money to make it bigger and better than the first one.
Okay. It's really upping the ante.
Yeah,
so.
that way he could have not only Bigfoot, but also like skunk ape in this.
Oh.
Skunk ape.
What about skunk ass?
Stinkweed?
Skunk ass, stinkweed.
from Pup Named Scooby-Doo.
It's gonna be a great movie.
Mulchy Minge.
Whoa.
I like
We gotta
that
pitch these things to him,
like
and then
being
pitch
glitched
being in a band with us. Be like, you could do whatever you want with us.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, they're better than Blink.
Oh my god, he could break the plate. Oh my god, that'd be awesome.
I can make music with them now.
That's exactly how he probably sounds.
Alex and Matt Waves. I'm just here. I'm the musical waiver.
Like people who play the tambourine in bands, you're like, I'm just
Just wave, yeah. You don't even hear it. It's just,
just
Oh my
me
god.
over here.
You'd notice if it was missing though.
Yeah.
yeah.
You would.
Do you have a favorite song off that
Like
album?
cowbell.
Every song.
Oh yeah, it's
I don't know. I really like Turpentine. There's a lot of really good songs on there. Turpentine.
he says it both ways.
Yeah.
Which it took me several listens to be like, yo, he inconsistent. It's just whatever the rhyme is.
He doesn't even know what the name of it actually is. It just
He doesn't care.
Even at the end,
He
he's
doesn't
like,
even
oh,
know."
fuck.
but the pre-chorus he says turpentine, and then the other ones he's rhyming it with like stick your dick in Listerine or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like
Turpentine.
Yeah, so it's like he has to rhyme with that.
Well, you gotta pay $5 more to hear the actual version. Right?
Yeah, it's
says it right
Street
every
Fighter.
Yeah.
This isn't Blink 182. It's Street Fighter.
Yeah.
It's Capcom produced.
Yep. It's a DLC.
Yeah, if they could charge $5 per costume in Street Fighter, they could charge $5 for extra songs in Blink 182.
I'm just surprised that they don't have it as like an iTunes kind of thing either. Like, it's only on Spoofy now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
songs?
there. No, isn't
Right? You
Oh,
mentioned they were on Spotify.
Oh, that's just
new
the one.
songs.
That's just the one I happen to have.
I think
Or
but
the
they probably
original.
released on the others.
I want to say they did, but I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't. Seen
It's hard to
them.
find. It was like because I had the downloaded album on Spotify and it wasn't added to that, but then there was like a separate one, and I'm like, there it is. It was hard to find, so you gotta like look a little bit. I like that song. And I also
They are there now.
Yeah, I told you.
You got to be kidding.
Are you fucking with me?
you're making me tap a button.
It's just so weird. Now they're just doing it as a new album, though.
Yeah.
So if you bought the original one, does that mean you'd have to pre-buy the one that you bought? Oh, no.
We got Blink-182's management on the line.
Oh yeah, buy it.
Do it, you will.
No, they have that Kardashian
Oh, my
money
God.
now.
One
Yeah.
more
Yeah,
time.
I know.
They have that Kardashian
One
money.
more
They don't
time.
need. They don't need. Travis took the hit.
But they
Travis
got
took
they
the
got to
hit,
support a
he took the
Kardashian
blow.
baby.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
That baby's got needs.
They call that the Blink Babe.
Specifically, 24 karat.
Yeah, 20. Now he's got her for child support. So now
my God.
that's what funds Blink-182.
Yeah, they're like, Blink could never break up.
Yeah.
You can't break up
We
again.
can. It's in the contract.
Yeah.
Contract. Never, ever,
It's just
ever
a matter
say
of
ever.
time.
Yeah. If I see you making music for Machine Gun Kelly again, Travis, you're out of here.
Oh, my God.
Father Kardashian comes back from the dead and sues
The
him.
baby's born. Me and the
He's a
baby
lawyer,
are
right?
forming.
Yeah.
together.
Wait, say it again?
When Travis has his baby, it's me and the baby are forming a band. Now. I'm done with this band. The Kardashians.
That band would have the best drumming
Yeah.
in any baby band ever.
Goo, goo, gaga.
Goo 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 gaga.
And then he sounds just like
Naked
him,
Brothers
the
fan,
vocal
eat your
track. Goo, goo, goo. Goo, goo,
my
goo,
God.
goo.
Yeah, why isn't Travis doing that with his kid, like on YouTube, just
He
being
has
like
two
an
other
amazing
kids.
Who
He has
cares
two
about
other
those
kids.
two?
All right.
We have the Kardashian kids.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
We have a Travis. We
the
have a
only one
Blink
that's wearing
Kardashian.
Kardashian
baby.
DNA in it.
Isn't the
Yeah.
I want no, I was gonna talk shit about the kids. Never mind. His kids are lovely people, it seems, and
I don't know.
I
Oh,
wish
no, weren't they on the Barkers or whatever?
yeah,
Yeah.
they already got tormented by a reality show once, so they've been through enough.
More.
The Barkers come back. MTV3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like what's
Bam and
his
Jerry
face's
becomes
kids?
their manager.
Oh my God.
Just like the mom's husband
whose mom?
Who?
at the time.
Who are we talking about?
Caitlyn Jenner. She has sons. She has sons that never showed up in the show.
Wow.
There's more of them out there.
Yeah,
Holy
there's like
crap.
3
Oh
of,
my God.
of-
They're gonna
no,
be like the
it's
new
just-
Kennedys.
It's his sons from a different marriage. He has 3 other kids before.
I don't understand the whole family tree. This is like beyond Game
I
of
always
Thrones
thought
to
it
me.
was like a
It
million
is.
girls.
There's too many
That's
people.
probably why you expressed this interest, because you probably
do.
were like, you're gonna go to like Kardashian.
This is Kardashian.
Oh my God.
I couldn't. It's just like
Carvana.
you made me feel. I can't.
The same way that you're like, see how serious Black and Bellatrix for cousins? You'd be like, Kim and whatever Jenner.
I can't believe you touched my granola bar again. That's what.
What?
Is that the one with the
Kardashians
cat meme?
I can't believe I can't drink that coffee. Oh my God, no sugar for me. You're like, I saw the commercial for the new one.
Yeah, people
And you're
care
like,
because they have money. That's it. If we had $1 billion, you bet your ass people would be listening and be like,
Yep.
so maybe they'll give us something.
Just for people to see that rich people are normal people too.
Yeah.
Relative.
I happened to just walk by as an episode was playing, and like, you know, just like it basically talked at me. I was like, what? And one of them was just like, oh, my gym isn't like ready yet, so I had to go to Kim's gym.
Oh,
I was like, oh, they're just like us.
with my personal trainer,
Yeah.
they carry me
Is
all
that
the way to the
Kim
gym.
Jim Un or
Oh my God.
oh, okay,
And
Kim
mean-
Jim Twa?
and when I mean Kim's gym, I mean my plastic surgeon.
Yeah,
What?
That's when I mean that.
Yeah.
It's just my plastic surgeon who does all the surgery.
just like us, like I was saying.
Everyone.
Just like us.
They're just humans that get about $1 million every second.
And any
Oh, wow.
human would enjoy a good Halloween movie.
Yeah.
For example, where should we be? Should we start with the newest, sexiest release, the Five Nights at the Freddy's? Okay. So there's a movie that was, to my understanding, was released in theaters and on
Yeah.
Peacock.
Yeah, same day.
Yeah. And I got to watch it and with you guys, and I actually thought it was pretty entertaining.
I was planning to show up, but I worked till 10:30 at night.
Ew.
Yeah.
Well, at least Tony showed up on your behalf.
Were you doing like a security job?
Oh my
No,
God.
I didn't. I was
You're
the person at
Nicolas
Five
Cage.
Nights at Freddy. It felt like Five Nights at Freddy.
Sounds like that was a better version of whatever this movie was, though.
I liked them both.
I like the Nicolas Cage one more, but I understand why they couldn't do that because he'd be murdering kids.
Oh, okay.
Wait, a Nicolas Cage what?
Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland. I added that to my watch list because you intrigued me.
It's not that
It's
good.
like Five Nights
It's
at
just-
Freddy.
it's
If you
pretty
like
good.
a
It's
predominantly silent film, it's like a silent film.
Well, I'm gonna fall asleep to it then.
Well, what's cool is, Nicolas Cage is a badass and he doesn't talk the whole movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think this is one of the coolest Nicolas Cage movies.
Oh, wow.
I liked it better than his Nicolas Cage, the movie.
I didn't even see that movie. I watched it through my
Oh,
eyelids.
yeah, I was about to say, we watched it together.
It's only from 2 years ago. You guys made it
Not
sound
while
like
I
it
was
old.
awake.
Yeah.
I watched maybe 10 minutes a week at most.
The Nicolas Cage movie?
Yeah.
Bro, you were up. You were up. Those probably
Okay,
like
then I was blacked out.
yeah, because you were maybe missed like 10 minutes of it.
10 minutes?
Towards the end.
I don't remember anything from this
It was a
movie
bad
besides
movie.
him being in it.
It was not a great
That was-
movie.
I think I saw that one on a plane. That was the one with his daughter.
Pedro
right?
Pascal?
Yeah,
Pedro Pascal, yeah. Did you like
that
it?
movie.
Oh, okay, good. I was about to say,
It
I'm
was like-
sorry
I
if
saw-
I just.
no,
I saw
no,
that.
I meme that movie a lot with the make
yeah,
yeah.
it again.
It was like such a nothing thing.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I started watching the first 3 minutes of Renfield though, and it looks pretty intriguing so far.
I'm interested.
Especially like
I fell asleep through that too.
you write that into the ground just like the vampire going to its crypt.
The movie gets worse.
No,
jeez.
it was like after watching What We Do in the Shadows and just like, oh, another familiar.
Yeah.
And like I understand this
get it.
plot, but it
different
sounds
lens.
like it's gonna get really good.
Good way to
Oh,
do
yeah.
it, and there's a bad way to do
Just
it.
Bizarro World good.
But we're talking about Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yes.
So I am not familiar with the games. It sounds like you guys have some familiarity
A
with the
little bit.
games. So
Mainly watching Markiplier back.
Yeah,
in the day
pretty
play
much.
those.
And
yeah.
us playing them, trying to beat them.
Yeah, and they're
get it.
hard as hell.
Yeah, they're hard.
What if we
I get the
tried them?
concept.
Yeah, they're fun.
I watched
to
other
play.
people play it, and I
Yeah.
watched the newer one where like you walk around.
That
as
one's
a kid.
Oh, Security Breach. We
Yeah.
still are. Well, I feel like we're close.
We're close to
beating
beating it, but we're stuck in a stupid.
It's hard.
We were stuck in a stupid
It's
part.
hard.
And now it's been like a long time since we played it. So when we walk around, we're like, "How do we get to this area?"
Yeah.
And we feel dumb. But I like the movie. So here's my deal. I like the games. I understand that the games are you sit in one spot and press one of two buttons. Like I get that. And if you don't do it the right way, you don't use power management right. Someone oogie boogies you. They go.
And they jump out.
Like that's the whole game.
Okay.
That was the
Right.
first game.
Yeah. And then the second game adds different stuff. Like there's hidden lore, all that shit. Like
There's like new character, new puppets.
Yeah, new
and-
animatronics.
yeah.
They add different
Lore to
animatronics
them.
into
Yeah.
it. They add different mechanics where it's like you wear a mask. You got to be mindful of vents instead of just two doors.
I think what made like the lore piece of it become so crazy is like the MatPat videos, the other people online
I was gonna
talking
say.
about it. But in terms of game focus, that's not really the focus of the game. You know, like
So, what made the game so popular?
Markiplier.
Pretty much, yeah. Markiplier plays a lot of scary games, and he's the Five Nights at Freddy's king.
That's
Yeah,
why people were
plays-
surprised he wasn't.
He was gonna be in it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, why he wasn't in it.
They
or-
didn't offer him enough milk to be in it.
Well, he's making his own horror movie.
Yeah, he's in the middle. I know he took a break for like a month or something like that.
Yeah, he
because
cried.
he's making
Cried.
his own.
to
and he
cry,
cried.
what?
No, he made
Yeah,
his
Markiplier
own...
cries a bunch.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't get rid of the video this day.
This is the quietest crying ever. Quietest cry through.
Time off.
I'm crying.
And his voice is so deep. You know what I love? I love Markiplier's video reacting to the Meat Canyons. thing
Oh my
of him.
God,
He goes,
yeah.
I would have voiced him if he would have just asked me. I would have done that.
Then he says every line alongside the video.
He memorized all the lines, and I'm like, wow.
Someone already made a version of this movie where Markiplier's in the corner reacting to the movie. And they took like a bunch of old Markiplier reactions and they put it in the corner.
Oh my
That's
god,
hilarious.
That's so.
So that being said, like the movie did a pretty good job being about a game where you sit in a room and press 2 buttons.
Okay.
I think
I'm guessing the games don't have the backstory of like what they gave the main character of the movie. Just like the rationale why he's doing that job and whatever. It's just
so that's like one of the pieces that people theorize and why MatPat's channel kind of like blew up with all that stuff, because the first time you played the first game,
They give you very limited information.
you didn't know who you were playing as. You don't know why you're there. You don't know what's happening. And then as more games came out, he kind of like Scott introduced more lore pieces, the mini games, stuff like that, where like you're slowly finding out specific pieces of lore. But it's even to the point where people still aren't 100% sure what happens in the games.
87.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, but MatPat does a pretty good job of laying out, like, based on what we do have, this is what I think it should be. Which is why I love that they put MatPat in the movie, too.
I was going to ask that.
It was so cool. I was like, oh my God! MatPat's in a movie?
I was wondering why you were splooging.
I also heard that IGN gave it a very unfair score for what they had to work with. They said, like, but this is like everybody's, like they said,
Critique?
critiques problems. That they have, like, the way they did the Mario movie, the way they did the Sonic movie. The way
Not a problem
they have,
about
like,
the Mario movie.
No, I guess.
Well, some
People say
critics
the Mario movie was too simple and it played it too safe.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
why everyone loves it, is because it's
Simple
Mario.
Yeah.
But the people said that that's their problem right now, is like judging movies that are based on games.
Yeah, I think MatPat did a whole video on like critics versus audience score and like how it like feeds into each other, because then by the critics giving a bad score and the audience liking it, it actually gives the audience more push to be like, oh, we like it even in spite of you guys. So then it actually helps the movie too.
Yeah. But like this movie it's a movie about a security guard who goes there. He spends 5 nights at the place. The animatronics are there. There's unique kills. The animatronics are possessed by kids. You have William Afton. I think Mike in the game is William Afton's kid, but in this it's a little different because they have Vanessa be William's kid. Oh, sorry, spoilers. Spoilers. Warning. But it does a good job. I enjoyed it. It's like not a crazy horror movie. It's
like Saw for kids.
It is like Saw for kids.
Yeah, it doesn't get bloody. I don't know if there's any blood in the movie. Yeah.
They may show like a shadow of it. That's about
Well, they
it.
chop someone in half, but
I
that's the
think,
only.
time
But
when
they don't.
may have,
There's not like a big blood spurt.
Yeah. It's not a splatter fest.
So it's like Night at the Museum, but like a horror version of it.
Yeah,
There's this doll that they play a screaming sound effect every time the character sees it, and so he decides to turn it 180 degrees around.
Yeah, he keeps looking at its ass. It's like,
Show me that.
yeah, it's
Bubble
like
Boy.
Balloon Boy.
Balloon
right?
Boy. Why
Balloon
do I call him Bubble Boy?
Because he's a little chunker.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Chica in it?
Chica's
Yes.
in it. Yeah, she's one of the main.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, sorry. Definitely, that's less of a spoiler than what I said.
Well, if we're on the spoiler alert is out there, I don't know that much about the games. I thought that like I don't know, like the vague recollection, maybe from watching you guys streaming. I don't know did they have it for like mobile phones or something?
Yes.
For some reason, I thought I tried playing it at one point myself too, and I was like, I get it, but I'm good. But it's like you do a thing, and if you do the wrong thing, they come a little bit closer, and then they get a little closer until they decide to fucking murder you, and then you got to start over the level over or whatever it is.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if it has any.
But this one, they're just like, sorry, is it bad to spoil? And you guys gonna watch it?
You can spoil
Tony's
it.
a FNAF head, bro. If you
Whoa.
spoil
I could
it-
tell from this conversation. I was like, it's very rare. I think he knows even less than I do somehow, and I know nothing.
Yeah, no, pretty much.
But you
nothing.
know the creator of it. You were so excited that he had.
Oh no, MatPat I know about, but I don't watch his FNAF videos.
Oh, you should.
Wow.
They're actually
Yeah, they're
really
pretty
interesting.
good. Yeah. And I mean, it's technically Scott
I'm okay with
Cawthorn
yeah.
You're just
wouldn't
making
have.
up names.
He wouldn't have.
I would love
this
to watch
game
a
would
MatPat
not have
video without falling
existed
asleep.
Yeah, I don't think it would have been as
if
popular.
it wasn't for his horrible religion games beforehand. That everything looked really animatronic. So everybody's like, "Your stuff looks dead inside for a religious game," and so he's like, He's not, I'm not making money from these games. This is like his Final Fantasy, essentially.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep waiting for my Final Fantasy, but never happens.
We're all waiting for a Final Fantasy.
I would love to watch a Matt Pat video where it's not like right before we go to bed and I don't knock out within 2 seconds.
Oh, damn.
But then you get to wake up and watch it all over again. You were saying.
But Tony doesn't like watching it 5 times because I fall asleep at the same.
Yeah, I don't like watching it 5 times in a row.
Like, but I don't like that sucks. We watched it 5 times already. I fall asleep same like momentum into the
Oh my god.
the video.
He's just got that voice, that soothing voice.
No, it's any video.
Oh,
When I'm tired, it's like you want to put me asleep. You turn on like a YouTube video and just 2 minutes.
What does he sound like?
Hello,
Hi,
everyone.
This is Matt
Hi.
Pat.
Oh,
Yeah.
why did I put you at? It doesn't sound that soothing.
Hello, everybody. Good night, Rachel.
No, it's not. the
Hello,
soothing.
everyone.
I don't know.
Welcome
Tony's
to
found
Rachel's
a trick
Sleeping.
of way to make me pass out is turning on a YouTube video.
Oh.
Same scrolling to try to pick one like a baby. Let's put on your show so you could fall asleep.
Oh my god.
I was just gonna say the robots were like interacting and just like it's like there's just prolonged shots of them just hanging out, being moving and active. And I was just like, oh, I didn't know that was like a thing. Was that surprising, or is like oh, this is for like consistent with the games?
I'd say some good chunk of the game is them just hanging around and you watching them a little bit, and then occasionally the TV would go static.
But
and
they
they'll
move.
Yeah. Well,
Usually you
not,
don't see them
No.
move.
That
Unless it's Foxy.
Yeah. I mean, later on, I guess they
too.
kind of move, or at least with Security Breach.
Foxy's
That's when
that's
they're
a-
moving.
yeah.
But like normally they don't.
So that's what I
Normally
was
it's
saying.
like a camera.
This
like,
one takes like things from Security Breach and like the first game, because it has the Vanessa who's Vanny in Security Breach, and she's like a main character in this. And in Security Breach, the kid interacts with the robots more like on that scale.
Oh, okay.
So where you're actually like best friends with Freddy in the game,
Yeah.
and he talks and like you walk around with him, but
Yeah.
he's like a robot in that one.
So this one is not in the context of that game, meaning like they're not friends.
Well, there's like a kid
Freddy-
that's like
yeah, but is
Yeah.
Freddy
So you
friends?
get a little
with-
bit of both.
the kid.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to make
100%.
sure.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of both.
Rest of
And I don't know, maybe that's because originally like FNAF was only available on like mobile PC.
Yeah.
Eventually came out to consoles, and then the big console release was Security Breach.
Yeah.
So maybe they're honing in on
There's
the
also
VR
comics,
experience.
isn't there?
That's true, yeah.
The
Isn't
VR
there
one had all
comics?
the
They're
OG
books, yeah.
ones.
There's like 3 books.
A whole
There's
bunch.
books?
There's a whole
Yes.
bunch of books. We talked about that when we
There's
watched the
3
movie.
Probably. I was blasted during that movie. I'm surprised I remember a chunk of it.
But yeah, there's a whole bunch of books.
Books like comic books or book books?
Books. Yeah, that's what, remember we said the ball pit, the time traveling ball pit?
Oh, that's
I'm like, yeah, it's in the book. I know that from Matt Pat. I ain't reading those books.
Yeah.
Can't catch me reading.
How dare you? I have no time to read.
Yeah, the only thing I read is ChatGPT when I ask him
Oh,
prompts.
damn.
Summarize this book.
Yeah.
Trying to get
one
ChatGPT
word.
to make something else.
Obsession. It's traveling ball pit.
Scott the Street. Where his name is.
What?
Oh,
Billy
the street?
Street.
Yeah,
Street
from
of-
from.
Danny the Street.
Danny the Street.
Okay.
I was just
Yeah.
going to go
Danny
through
the
every
Street.
name.
Hey, that was pretty good. Billy the Kid, Danny the Street. I like that.
Street.
You were
get it.
close. Should we get
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
the common names?
We got there.
Another movie that came out not too long ago, but maybe like
A good amount ago.
a few weeks, month ago.
Yeah,
You already know what I'm gonna say?
Yeah, I have a feeling. Go ahead.
Field of Dreams.
If you build it, I will come.
Generations ago.
I could tell.
That's a strip club.
That's our ancestors' music. I mean, the music movie.
All right. So, Haunted Mansion movie.
Yes,
Whoa.
I'm a big fan of the original. I love
Owen
the
Wilson's
original's
in here.
such
Eddie
like a
Murphy
comfort
one?
movie. Yeah, it's a comfort movie. Like I don't see much wrong with it because it's a classic. Like it's a good movie. Like you're like, this is separate from the Disney princesses. It's Disney. There's a ride to it.
People
Don't
leave their
go in.
ashes in it.
Don't go in with that. I'm warning everyone. Don't go in with that. I love the original movie. Don't go in with that. If you go in with that, you're gonna
Have a
feel
bad
some
time?
type of way.
What's up?
We hated that old one, right?
I don't remember.
I remember.
I made him watch
I
it.
remember not liking it as
Oh,
a
okay.
kid.
I-
I remember.
I-
Gianna
being
loved it.
This
Gianna
is
loved
the
it.
movie we wanted to watch.
Yeah, I don't
love the
remember.
movie.
We watched it with Mom, but we
Yeah.
very much didn't. We
I
were,
probably didn't like.
and Mom was like, "This movie is stupid."
Weird statue heads that move around. And
Yeah,
everything.
because
The bus.
it's because it's the
ride?
That's
Yeah,
where
but Gianna loves.
they built the ride and then made the movie, so they had to kind of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of had to like work with the ride, whatever was
Yeah.
in there. But this new movie
with Mr. Wow, right? Wow.
and also
the Trash Man.
The Trash Man.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah,
is
he was
in
on
it.
the poster. I remember
He's
seeing it.
in
I was like, "Oh my god, Danny DeVito and Owen Wilson."
That's probably the only reason why I watched it was Danny DeVito. I'll let you start.
He was very minor in that
I'll let you start.
I thought Owen Wilson was funny as the priest guy.
Let's fucking go!
No, don't. No, not like that.
Don't get that hype. Don't get that hype.
Yes!
No.
Don't get that hype. Calm down. You need to get to level like 4.
Woo!
Oh my god.
No, I felt like this one had more of a plot than the original one.
Nope.
Whoa, what?
It was all over the place.
No. So I felt like it had more of a plot, but I do still think that it was a very weak plot, and I feel like the characters there that were.
What
like,
do you mean it's weak?
Very.
Yeah.
What would you do
Meaning,
if you
like,
set foot
you
in that
don't
house
feel
and you were
bad for
haunted
the
everywhere you
character.
went?
And you're hungry. And the only way
Okay.
to feed him is to
Sleep with the ghost for a little bit of
Matt, are you hungry?
So
What would you do?
the problem I have with the movie is that you don't feel bad for like any of the characters. Like there's a sad scene, and I'm like, this is doing nothing for me. Like I'm not.
They don't build up the relationship
They
between the
don't.
guy and this character.
And this
Damn.
character.
So then when they just show flashbacks, it's not enough to make you feel any emotional connection to it.
Which guy?
the
The main guy and
Like there's not enough
the wife?
flashbacks of his wife to feel bad at all.
like they just show some flashbacks, but it's not enough for you to feel an emotional connection to the character to be like, oh, I'm crying because he's crying. Like, no, you didn't really feel much.
Wow.
I don't know if you agree or disagree with that, but
It's hard to make me feel anything, so I thought it was just status quo for me. I was just like, oh,
No, it's not just.
they try to pull heartstrings, but I ain't got none.
They tried. I think
99
it's,
problems.
I like the way they use the different ghosts, like the lore of it. I feel like they didn't use that so much in the original movie. Because there's lore behind the ride itself. They used a lot of that, but it almost felt like go on the Haunted Mansion ride. Go on the Haunted Mansion.
Really? Oh, you get more plot from the Haunted Mansion ride? Damn.
I mean, they
The
have
Haunted Mansion
room-
ride doesn't really have plot. You
We
kind of
just
go around.
heard it here first. This is a Pseudo Adults OG thing.
I know fans like big,
Yeah,
I know
throw
like
out the
big
TMZ
fans-
signs.
Everybody take out your straw drink.
I know big fans of Haunted. There is, I don't know exactly what it is, but I know there is like a fandom for that for Disney, where like people get married in front of it. People like,
Whoa.
yeah.
Yeah,
From
dump
the
their
ride?
Yeah, we got stuck on that
their
ride
family's
last time.
ashes.
Oh, grandma.
We got
Oh
stuck
my
like
god.
this.
They do.
Like where
Yeah.
it's going uphill.
It's
and
like
we were
an iconic thing.
Okay.
They-
And there was a bigger couple in front of us, and I was like, we're gonna die.
I thought it was the
This is-
Epcot.
Oh man.
No, that was Epcot. That was bad.
They have like a
That whole
code for
was
it.
very not enjoyable.
I think it's like a code gray when people dump their relatives' ashes in the ride.
Oh, yeah,
and then they have
yeah.
to like decontaminate the
I heard
entire
that doesn't
place.
happen as often as people say it does.
Probably
Because
not
they don't
anymore.
know. But
It's gonna happen when I die, motherfucker.
I'll do your ashes. I'll be like, this is my reason to take a vacation.
Yeah. Can you,
Oh man, I got a lot of vacuuming done this morning.
For some reason, we all outlive you. We'll have like a decoy for a decoy for a decoy, and then Tony will have them all or something like that.
I feel like the plot. Sorry, go back. I feel like the plot for the ghost being there was like really, really stupid. To be honest, I was like, oh, they did the. I don't want to spoil it. I'm going to spoil it.
Spoiler.
you're gonna spoil.
Quickly,
You're gonna
call
spoil.
Vin Diesel. Hello?
Yeah, you're gonna spoil the Haunted Mansion on
Owen
Disney
Wilson was
Plus.
awesome.
I am. So the plot was that they had like a seance, and that's why all these spirits are in the house.
Oh, okay.
There's not a specific reason. There's like one ghost that is actually related to that house. out of the 999 ghosts out of
That's
there.
crazy.
Yeah, I think I'm still a little confused about that
Yeah,
plot.
me too.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I
honestly
thought.
don't even know why it was the way it was, and I didn't
Yeah.
really care. It was just like, this is just how the house is.
Yeah, it's like
It's a movie for kids, right?
Yeah.
It was like, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like the beginning of Monsters of California, but like times 100.
It was, and then
So really
weird.
good.
and then in the beginning you're like
Similar
Rosie-
special effects.
Lots of Scooby Doo ghosts. Oh, I'm gonna fucking love this movie.
the girl, Rosie. What's her name? She plays Ahsoka.
Rosario
Say her name's
Dawson.
Roasted
Yeah,
Duck.
Roasted duck.
Dawson, Rosie,
Rosario Dawson. Rosario Dawson.
some shit like
Yeah,
that.
Mrs.
In the
Roasted
beginning,
Duck.
I'm like, who?
Happy Halloween, everyone.
I was like, who is directing this beginning part of the movie when they get scared and they run out of the mansion? I was like, because that doesn't look scared to me.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was very poor acting, I
It was
believe, in the
very
beginning.
bad, and I was like,
Very
you've been
poor
in
acting.
movies.
Oh.
Where she was like, oh, yeah, we're going to get out of here.
And they took.
Dude, you just saw a ghost move like a
She thought she
armored
was still
thing.
playing Ahsoka in that
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
We
she's
have
like,
to get out of here.
We have to leave, child.
Is this movie rated G?
Probably.
Or
It sounds like it should have been rated G if it wasn't.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think of what qualifies as PG because
I don't know.
nothing really that
The
dangerous
girl with the
happens.
knife, the girl in the attic, the woman who kills her husband.
PG-13?
What?
Oh, really?
Wow, I'm
There's
surprised.
a girl with a knife in the attic where she kills all her husbands by taking their. That's
Yeah,
another.
but they don't
one.
show nothing.
Do they say
Jared
cuss
Leto's
word?
in the movie?
Excuse me?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Just a painting on the wall. He doesn't talk. They just use his likeness for a guy, and that's it.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, I saw him in the
expecting him the
credits. I
whole
was like,
time.
where the hell was he?
Yeah.
Oh, this
I was
isn't even a
expecting
movie
him the
for
whole
kids.
time, and then I'm like,
Jared
where
Leto's in
where
it.
did he go?
Yeah, he
I
was
go, where
mailing
did he
used
go? He
condoms
was
to everybody.
Morbius. I think he was the guy, the ghost guy, the main villain guy, but they deepened his voice probably because they used his likeness.
He
for
was the main. There was another person who played a voice in that movie, and I'm gonna have to look it up. There was that was pretty interesting.
Can't believe it's a PG-13 movie. Never mind. I was about to say, like, this
called
is a
again, The
movie for
Haunting of
kids. I'm
California?
surprised. Yeah, Haunting of California Part 2.
The one person I was rooting for during this whole movie is there's this ghost later on in the film. You don't see him visible. You see his
yeah.
footprints and he's wet the whole time. All he
Oh,
wants
yeah.
to do is go to the sea. He was like, I'll do this if you take me to the sea. Like he writes in the window. And the whole time he just wants to be near the sea. And all he wants to do is watch Deadliest Catch on the TV.
Oh my
So
god.
you'll
Yeah.
change it back to Deadliest Catch and you'll just see him rocking and watching the Deadliest Catch. And at the end, he finally gets to go back to the sea. I was like, this is all I wanted.
So
All right.
I'm sorry to have done this, but I've hidden information from you guys.
You watched it?
Gianna's parents watched this in theaters.
Whoa. How many times?
They I don't remember specifically if they walked out
Uh-huh.
or if they said this is the first movie that they've ever wanted to get up.
Walk out.
Yeah.
And I think her mom literally said to her dad, like, I know we paid for this, but can we just leave?
Oh my god.
I could see feeling like that. But like
No
that story.
fucking way. Kyle, what were your thoughts on this movie?
it
I feel like I
wasn't
haven't heard your
horrible.
thoughts on the
Yeah.
movie.
It wasn't horrible. It just wasn't.
I mean, I was elated to not have to pay for it. It was just
Yeah.
on Disney
Exactly.
Plus.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine going to a theater and being
Yeah,
like,
watching. I wanted to go to theater and watch it, but I'm kind of really glad I didn't.
It was like it was a movie that you could like look at your phone and pay half attention to and be like, I think I got the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I think there's some appreciation on that level.
Can we talk about how like mid movie, like not mid movie, like towards the end,
That movie's pretty
Danny
mid.
DeVito's like having a heart attack.
Yeah.
And like they just do nothing with that.
They filmed it? What? On?
Not in real life.
Like, keep rolling, keep rolling.
No, later
Good stuff.
they talk about how he has a heart condition like very briefly in the very beginning, and then
Oh my
later
God.
on he like gets scared and like has like a heart attack on the ground, and they just kind of like, and then he gets possessed, and they're like, "What?"
I like the part where the ghost wanted to just burn that thing like in the fireplace and they kept taking it out of the fireplace.
Yeah.
And the ghost kept like force pushing it back into the
Yeah.
fireplace. And I don't know, it just for some reason
I was like, why not
that's
take
the
his
best he
whole
could do.
head? I go, why couldn't they just take the skull that they found?
I thought the movie was silly. I thought Rosario Dawson at least played more of a character than she did in Ahsoka.
It says a lot.
Oh my god.
Say a lot. I'm sorry.
and I thought the kid was miscast.
Very much. He was like, did not know how to even like try to act.
I don't know if it was the kid's fault or if they wrote the kid as a 75-year-old man.
Yeah,
They
he
wrote him
was
as a 75-year-old man. They even dressed him like a 75-year-old man.
So nice. I
was so
dressed
grown
nice
up.
and they still bullied me. I don't know. And the guy's like,
He was a kid from a different decade, at least. I don't know. Like, it was like, be a kid.
Yeah.
He's a paper boy.
I've never been so happy I haven't seen it, so I could hear these things about it.
And the
In
younger
my
lady
life.
was in it.
what was that one? There was one part
Jamie
where the
Lee Curtis.
Floor, yes, she was in it. She was
Yeah.
the talking the ball lady.
Jamie Lee.
Yeah, she's
I
a
actually
big
was
ball
so
joker.
angry when I was actually so angry when the movie started and there was no like they like alluded that the one girl was a psychic. I go in, oh, they took out the girl from the crystal ball. I was like, I kind of love that like aspect of the original.
Yeah, you got really excited when the crystal ball showed up.
I was like,
Do you
I like
have
that.
stock in
No,
crystal balls?
no. I like the original like thought of like that actually being a ghost in a crystal
Well, that's one of the cooler
Yeah.
parts of the ride, right?
That's what, yeah, that's what I was like, that's cool.
The crystal ball.
That's what I was like, I love that.
Yeah.
This movie's over 2 hours long. Wow.
Oh my god.
It was a long
that
movie.
sucks.
Too many,
Now I don't want to watch
I
it.
did watch it in
I
2
liked-
sittings. I was falling asleep during the first part, and then we finished it the
The
next
only
day.
thing I liked is
So
how they made
your
New
brain
Orleans.
said maybe I should walk out of this movie.
Maybe.
The only thing I liked is how they made New Orleans look a lot cleaner and a lot nicer than it actually is. Like
Well, of
we were
course they would.
looking at places and they're you know, as they were walking by, I was like, he proposed to the girl, his wife. And I was like, that's where all the hobos hang out. That's where I remember all the hobos sleeping in the, you know, where that big church is that they have in New Orleans. And then they have that square. They have like a square there that you see it all the time.
yeah.
Hobos sleeping.
This is Jamie Lee Curtis in the movie.
Malibu Barbie. Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, it's playing video now.
Oh, I thought that's what we were supposed to see. I was like, I'll watch the whole trailer.
And what was with her hair? I was like, did anybody?
It faked me out. I thought it was a still image.
Wow.
You could just show him the little preview of a picture of her then.
Wow.
That's
look
Jamie
at
Lee
her.
Curtis?
Yeah.
She doesn't look like her.
She's just a ball of tapioca.
Yeah, she looks like
kinda like
Ursula.
She does look like Ursula.
Yeah. I like that. I would have liked less ghosts and more like individual ghosts that you run into, like you know how like Eddie Murphy where they run into the singing heads and that was cool, and you know what I mean, like running into the individual ghosts and being like the girl who kills all her husbands. Okay, first of all, I told Tony at the end of this, I go, here's a rating of the Haunted Mansion.
I was going to ask you.
Yes. The first one is going to be obviously the original. The second one's going to be the Muppets version of it. And then this movie.
Whoa, these
There's
about
a
the
Muppets
ride?
version. Oh, the ride is always going to be
Oh,
first.
yeah, it is.
And then the movie. And then the Muppets version of Tony didn't really love the Muppets version. I
Oh
love
my
the
god.
Muppets version.
There was nothing happening in it.
It's a Muppets movie.
So,
Still no plot.
does that say something about making a movie about this? Does that say something about this?
It sounds like
'Cause you're
it,
like,
yeah.
even the
Just doesn't
Muppet
have
version
enough
sucks.
stuff.
Yeah.
First of all, watch the Muppet one. It's very funny and goofy. And if you know the Haunted Mansion, you'll get. Tony watched it before he watched the other one again, the original one.
Oh,
so
okay.
it kind of didn't.
Well, the first one, he had to make room for other memories, so he got rid of that.
Yeah.
He was like, "Get out." So then we watched a Muppet one, and then I was like, "Oh, if you don't get this, I'll just show you the original one."
Yeah.
But the Muppet one, I was like, I like if you let go and like you're not like this is a serious movie, it's a fucking Muppet movie.
No, it doesn't have to be
Okay.
serious, but it has to have a plot.
It's
It was
a
literally
Muppet goddamn movie. Who cares?
Muppets Christmas Carol had a plot.
You have standards for
Because
Muppet
the
movies.
Christmas Carol already has a plot.
I know this is a really inappropriate time, but we've been talking about ghosts a lot, and it made me think about Matthew Perry dying. So can we please do a
yeah.
clap, 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 clap for Matthew Perry, like from the Friends
Yeah,
theme
yeah.
song? Can I be a part of it?
Yeah.
Like, yo,
How
like,
do you all do that at the same time? I couldn't even
I was like, you know what we were doing?
I was like,
thought we were starting
I'm
already,
still
so I was
switching,
like, oh,
bro.
okay.
And we're like, you guys did it so fast. I came up with it. I was fucking disincluded from it. Fuck. Okay, hold on. Let's try that again.
First.
All right. No one told me life was gonna be this way.
Oh, that was actually
Okay.
pretty good. I like that.
Thank you.
Unanimous.
Rest in peace, Matthew Perry.
Yeah.
Matthew Perry the platypus.
And,
Where's Perry?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
oh, he died.
Whenever we would talk about like friends groups, like early day, I was the Chandler dating Ross's sister, and like we always made the joke that like I was dating the sister of the group, which was Gianna. And then Tony was Ross trying to find his Rachel, which he found his Rachel. So now I feel like a part of me has died.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry.
Never gonna get it.
I think he said he already had like heart issues to begin with.
Yeah, he had a cardiac arrest and then
Yeah, like
drowned
2
in
times.
his hot tub.
They said he had 2 times he had like a near death.
I mean,
issues
damn.
where-
He's got like a memoir and talked about addiction problems and
Yeah,
stuff.
he did. He had issues, and I know that his last Instagram post was him in a hot tub,
Oh.
and then he got out of, it, and they're
That's
like, "Are
terrible.
people with heart conditions
Yeah,
aren't
not supposed to
be
go in
a hot
those.
tub?"
Wow. And then that's what happened? Ooh.
I don't know.
He went.
but-
He actually was working out, and then went home, sent his personal assistant to go get something.
He was using a Peloton?
no, no, Sarah
Just
Jessica
like that.
Parker, no.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No,
I was mixing it up.
He worked out, came home, sent his personal assistant somewhere, and by the time his personal assistant came back, he was dead.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
That's
it's
unfortunate.
crazy.
I didn't realize we knew so much about it already.
TMZ.
Are you? More like
She is
TMI.
team.
I was going to ask, were you his personal assistant?
Always.
No, she works for TMZ.
Oh my god.
Undercover
I'm
as his assistant.
Yeah.
You're aware
I put my Peloton bike in my bathroom. That's a thought.
Mhm.
Like Sarah Jessica Parker does. It's appropriate.
Hey, I'm almost done with that season, but I'll give my full season thoughts soon.
Okay.
In 3 years when I finish the season.
Okay.
Because I still haven't seen Samantha yet. Okay, so that movie was probably the best movie of the year. Anyway, so
Great movie.
I-
0 stars.
in my head it was the same day where it's like I finished that movie, and it just happened like because I said it took me 2 sittings. Like my wife came back from work and she had like work to do, and after that it's like she was working, so I was like, I'm gonna put on something weird, and so I'm scanning through Disney Plus and I find this Air Bud sequel called Seventh Inning Fetch, because the dog plays different sports in every movie. It's like the OG one is basketball, of course, but then there's
volleyball.
yeah,
Soccer.
I'm
And then
gonna get to it. Don't worry. And so it's like I see all these others, but for some reason, the allure of a dog holding an aluminum bat in its teeth was what attracted me. So I played this movie and I watched the whole thing, and I have a lot of thoughts, both on like a macro and micro level in this movie. The main thing, if you start watching it, I think this was the 4th movie of the Air Bud franchise. So I missed a few, but I'd like to think that it's like a development, because at this point in the movie, golden retrievers are, of course, the only dogs in town, and they basically wander around freely. I think they all do belong to a family or like a person, but they just are free range. No collars needed. They just go wherever they want, and they're very loyal and very helpful. And the Bud, of course, is the one of the main characters. There's the main character of this movie is this daughter. She is obsessed with her brother. And I guess this is a direct sequel of like probably the brother was the focus of the last movie. This one he's going off to like, I was told that my wife, I was like, where did he go? And my wife was like, college? Like, okay, maybe. So I was like, say he went off to college, he looked like he was like 14. It's like, what's the first time they look older than they, or whatever, than they are, but whatever. So the daughter was so upset that like he got on, the Greyhound bus or whatever it was, not really Greyhound, but the bus to go to college, that she decided, even though she said like, I'm gonna miss you, and they had this whole scene together where it's like, oof, she's like way too into her brother. The next day she was like, he left without me saying goodbye. And so she gets on her bike and starts like riding after a bus, which is how it works.
To 13th grade.
And of course, the dog, being as perceptive as it is, has a whole setup where it could run out the second story window, and there's some sort of like plank or something it could run down to the street and just bolts, darts after the bus, because it could probably hear it or something. I don't know. And they go all the way like across town, like takes a while, but then basically it's resolved by the dog running in front of the bus. What? I was saying, the free range dogs, they go wherever they want. The dog just runs in front of the bus. The bus driver slams on the brakes. It just stops the nick of time before hitting the dog. God. So the girl could be like, I didn't get to say goodbye.
Oh, jeez.
That's how most problems start.
How most movies start. John Wick. So that's just the world that they're in. And basically, the dog doesn't even start playing baseball until over halfway through the movie.
Oh, wow.
And I just felt like they kind of forgot. They're like, oh, yeah, the dog's got to play baseball? All right, fine, let's throw it in at this point. It didn't really, like, help with the plot at any point. I guess one of the players got injured or something, so they were like, okay, there we go, we did it. The dog's in the movie. It's very impressive. Like, the dog, in order to swing the bat, you know, it's got the rubber part of the aluminum bat in its mouth, and if... everyone was righty, so it's like basically like the pitch is coming, the dog is basically looking away from the pitcher and then just turns and smacks the ball, you know, out into the outfield or whatever.
Oh, wow.
It was very impressive. So
Just absolutely shattering his teeth, I imagine.
you know what? The whole movie, like the dog actually started playing first base, so they're throwing the ball at the dog and catching it. The dog catches the baseball in its mouth. I was like,
God.
fucking ow!
Jesus Christ.
It was like, I hope. How many kids decided that was a good idea and started throwing baseballs at their dogs?
That's
Yeah, jeez.
I know I did.
Shattered dog teeth.
Airbud does boxing.
Why aren't you fighting back?
Well, this dog sucks at boxing.
I'm watching the movie, and you could do this.
So here's the thought too, right? It's always Airbud, but because like airball and basketball, right? Mm-hmm. So why is he? It's not even the same dog. Why is it still?
Is it the same dog? That's what I was gonna ask. It's a different Bud.
Different dog every movie.
Yeah,
But they're all named Bud.
So
Yeah.
after the first movie, even the dog who played Airbud in the first movie was one dog, and then after that, it was like 15 dogs per movie.
Wow.
And like in some situations, you're like, well, that's definitely the other dog. It gets rough sometimes.
Rough. All right, so I see this movie and enjoy it a lot, and I talked to these guys about it, and there was some sort of synergistic moment where you're like, what? I watched an Airbud movie. So which one did you watch?
What's the name of it? Airbud Does Volleyball.
Yeah.
It was the volleyball one.
Basically, that's what it is.
I think yours came out before mine, actually. But
No way. We watched Airbud 3?
You couldn't have you couldn't have seen the direct prequel because I looked up the cast. My movie had the cast of the movie before it because it was like continuing on with them.
Wow.
What?
The father of the family that I saw was the non-Tim Allen Tool Time character. He was the only actor I recognized in the movie.
That's fucking crazy.
So that's the Airbud.
I think this had no one, right? This is all original cast.
Oh, I'm wrong. Yours came out the following year. Mine was 2002. Yours was 2003.
I
Yeah,
see.
because I feel like since yours had at least some famous actors,
Oh, yeah.
ours had none, and we're like, we've never seen
What
these
do you
people
mean?
in our
So
entire life.
in our movie, Airbud was a brand new dog, and he was also a spy, secret agent, thief.
What? Technically, he was just a regular dog, but he was abducted to be a secret spy agent thief.
Oh my god. That being AI art.
You see why we clicked it? You see why we clicked
Yes,
it?
I do.
Airbud strikes back.
Spikes.
Oh, spikes back.
back.
Sorry.
This is the one that lured me in.
so fucking
Hey, he
good.
looks horrifying.
Wait, there was a
there.
raccoon in the movie?
Airbud looks
Yeah.
like a demon.
The raccoon
dog.
was
He does,
evil.
yeah.
Oh, the raccoon was evil.
Yeah.
Until it wasn't. It was working with the bad guys, and then it ultimately saved the dogs. Actually,
So we had a parrot in the movie that was evil until it actually wasn't.
Was it? I thought it was owned by
It
that
was working
grandma.
for the bad
You
guy.
know what? No, it was the grandmothers. You know what? There was one person in the movie that wasn't other stuff. It was the grandmother that made raisin peanut butter celery sandwiches or some weird thing like that. She played Violet from Rocket Power.
But the parrot ended up working for the bad guys at the end of the movie, even though it was trying to help
They
Airbud.
caught the parrot because they thought they could train the parrot, and they're like, "This parrot's annoying.
Which-
we need a dog now."
Yeah, what was really weird is they still brought the parrot because
yeah. They
all
didn't
it was
release
was
the parrot.
it was just taking a gem or whatever it was and avoiding lasers. That definitely a human could do better than a dog.
I don't know. Argo was pretty good here.
Yeah, he hit the fucking thing.
Yeah, I don't understand why they couldn't have just crawled through the vent like Air Bud did.
Yeah, maybe like a mouse could have done a good job too.
That is true.
Yeah.
Now, you could train a mouse.
Yeah. But
Or a rat. Rats are smart.
yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
that's smart.
But yeah, no. So somewhere in that plot, there's also volleyball happening.
Oh.
I'm not quite
Because that's what happened is that the girl's best friend moved to California. And she's like, I want to go to California. And then, because apparently phones don't exist in this world. So they're just writing letters to each other.
Oh.
And then the girl's trying to save up. She starts dog walking and everything. But she accidentally let all the dogs out because her brother did or something weird like that. Oops.
You're having like total drunken recall.
Yeah.
We talked about this movie like on Thursday, and you're like, I don't remember what happened. But now you're going through total drunken recall. It's fucking awesome.
I remember.
Yeah, I remember everything.
So then the kid releases the dogs. They're like, oopsie. People take the dogs back. Never again to be seen by girl.
Oh.
And she's like, how I make monies to do things now. And everybody's like, I don't know. There's this volleyball competition, but you know what? That thing with the dog happens before he starts playing volleyball with a kid over the fence. And that doesn't even touch upon the dog playing volleyball until 30, 40 minutes into the movie.
Let me tell you, the girl playing volleyball is the worst volleyball player I've ever seen. So bad that it's better to replace her with the fucking dog.
Even the people on the team were like, she's awful.
Yeah.
Wow.
We can't have her on this team.
And like you could have at least made it like interesting matches where it's like, oh wow, they could be doing better, but it's like, no, they're doing fucking awful. Like the ball comes to their side, they're like, and completely missing the fucking
Oh my
ball.
God.
And then all the shots of Air Bud, it's just like that under angle of him going like with the ball.
The dog's face had to have been killing it by the end of the day. Because it's taking balls to the face like Christina Aguilera.
Yeah. And there's also like so many Air Buds in that movie that like you could see when it's a different fucking dog. Which
I couldn't.
I
was
yeah.
like, dog.
I know Olivia was able to tell too because she was like, that's a different dog.
That's so
We
funny.
need doggo vision.
Oh my God.
But yeah, and then also Air Bud ends up competing in the volleyball national tournament with professional volleyball players. Do you remember how now, or do you not remember that? Because that was so unclear to
That's
me.
because the dog was able to return the ball or something. And then they're like, oh my God, I've got the perfect replacement because that girl was like, I have to go leave the team for no nondescript reason.
But why does at the end he play with the professional players in a
That one, no, that doesn't
that made
have
no
any
fucking
rhyme or
sense.
reason.
Yeah.
I guess they're just like, wow, this dog's a pro.
Yeah.
Let him
My
play
movie
with
did the
pros.
same thing.
And like also
Oh my God,
we
he plays with
weren't
the Yankees.
He played for the Anaheim Angels.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it was so unclear as to why he did it, and to the point where like I was like, why did he even rely on him winning that last match? He wasn't in it till the end because he was in a jewel heist.
They couldn't decide what kind of movie Air Bud.
No.
Wow.
No.
They were aiming for a Spy Kids movie. And
Oh my God. Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, man! I wrote a Spy Kids sequel with his volleyball. They throw the dog in.
Yeah.
it's
You wanna
now
make
an
money?
Air Bud
Throw
movie.
Yeah, it's an Air Bud movie now.
Yeah.
No, it was a silly movie. I think it was still fun. Maybe because it was terrible, but it was fun to watch.
I will say, you guys recalling the movie made me think of like Drunken History, but like, you know, like where they show the scenes and the characters are talking in the voice of the person. That's what I was picturing as you guys were doing it. So I'm like, oh, that was pretty fun.
Damn.
And
Lego my egg.
And then the police the jewelry thieves get the gem from the dog. And that's how they get caught.
Oh.
They go. I forgot about
Dog
this till
crawls
now.
through a vent. They don't realize dog can't reopen vent. Dog's got to crawl through lasers.
Yeah.
This
But
reminds
wait, no,
me-
the merry-go-round that goes at like infinite speed.
Ludicrous speed.
Why does this remind me of Grumpy Cats, the special?
Oh, that does sound like the Grumpy Cats movie.
After Air Bud 1 and 2, all the Air Bud movies become the Grumpy Cat movie, I think.
Yeah.
But this merry-go-round was moving so fast that they were like up like it was the gravitron, and it was insanity.
It was insane. It was a good movie.
Yeah, good movie.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
But yeah, then they end up getting really dizzy. The dog spits Gem into Sheriff with what was that on his
God.
head? Judge?
Yeah, and also it was so unclear where the dog was even keeping the diamond for like a long point. We're like, why are they even chasing the dog? He most definitely doesn't have it. Then he's like, yeah. Air Bud.
So in case you're wondering, at some point, like after making all these sequels, they decided, I guess mine was 2002, that one was 2003, then 2006, they decided to make a movie called Air Buddies.
And it's his kids, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they're just a whole batch of puppies, and they talk. Their mouths move. At least I presume they do. We didn't watch that one, but we watched Spooky Buddies.
Spooky Buddy?
Yeah, because it's Halloween themed.
Yeah, it's tis the season, you know?
Yeah.
Wait, are they vampires or like...
Just wait.
No, they're
Oh, boy.
Oh, just wait till we talk about this movie.
So that was 2011. Yeah. Just wait till we talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about it.
Hell
Spooky
yeah.
Buddies. Here we go. What's happening right here? You have a little combination.
Pre-cum.
Okay, thank you, Matt.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to put orange
Oh
juice
my
in
God,
this to
this
make
is
it look
gonna go
less curdled.
curdled.
It already is.
It is.
I don't know if orange juice...
Oh, yeah, there you
It's
go.
all curdling in our stomachs right
Yeah, it
now.
looks
so
a
what's
lot
the
better.
difference? You got Tony's also. Tony's not drinking.
Yeah, oh, yeah, Tony, you want some orange juice in there?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
That's how you curdle your stomach, guys.
I'm gonna
Oh,
let
yeah.
it.
Let it curdle some more?
Let it curdle. Oh, look at that chunk.
Oh, man.
Le chunk.
That orange juice made it really bearable.
Gotta throw some
Oh my
OJ in
God.
there now.
Okay.
Why are you still looking?
Don't look at me. Face- face
Spooky Buddies.
Spooky Buddy.
Kyle, kick it off, baby. Welcome to Drunk History.
Spooky Buddies is this movie where there's a whole bunch of mostly golden retriever puppies, but it takes place. It starts in the Great Depression. There's
Come back, baby.
the good old days, you know.
This is where it started.
Whoa, this is just like the Owen Wilson reaction.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go! Great Depression!
Man, this is my favorite part of history.
There's a demon dog turned dog into stone.
Yeah.
What?
Yes, there's
Oh,
a
yes,
demon
yes.
dog.
there's- Well, the movie starts with a bunch of beagles being like, "We're in this house," and a demon dog is
Wait, the Beagles
stealing
talk?
their souls.
stealing their
Yeah.
souls.
And the Beagles talk.
The beagles
The
talk,
beagles do talk.
but
Yes,
it's
they
not
do.
like a peanut butter in mouth, and it's like,
Yeah,
it's very much like-
really CGI, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Wow, I can't believe I got."
Yeah.
Like Botox face?
yeah.
Yeah, like eyes, like they have sad puppy faces, but their mouths just be like, "Hey there, bro."
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
It's rough.
Wow.
Do people hear them talk?
No.
No, it's
Okay. It's
like
like Rugrats.
Stewie.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
like when that baby movie where they talk, but nobody else heard. Lucas
Baby
talked.
geniuses.
talk.
Yeah.
Spy babies.
Yeah.
Are-
Oh, God.
There's
baby
so
Jesus.
many of them, I
Yeah,
guess.
there's too many.
Yeah, so that happens, and then we get to the present time where we get to meet our batch of human kids as well as all these random puppies.
And sperm dog.
This is
Yeah, there's now a Casper sperm dog that has real human hands.
Yes.
What? There's a
Just did
ghost
the William
dog?
Shatner. Oh my!
I wanted to have a picture of it.
So there's
Yeah.
a demon dog and a ghost
Yeah,
dog.
and it's kind of like human shaped, like how Casper would be.
Oh.
And it's like, I'm dead.
Oh God, I forgot.
Well, the
Oh my
dog
God.
was turned to stone, but his soul couldn't be
wasn't
sucked up
eaten.
into the mirror.
Oh
so-
my God. That's
he-
more terrifying than a real ghost.
Oh yeah, they took Casper effects, put copy paste, and then gave him human ass hands.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And
Ugh.
you know how dogs are like always on all fours and they're like woof woof.
Yeah.
Yeah, not this guy. He's always floating like he's standing on 2 feet.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So his soul didn't make it into the mirror, so
No.
he haunts that house.
Yep.
Oh.
Because Demon Dog.
Until Demon Dog breaks out along with the Warlock. The Warlock gets slurped into the
Warlock?
mirror. Yeah, the guy from Sorority Boys.
Yeah. The chunky guy from Sorority
Rocket
Boys.
Man.
Yeah, with the frog neck, and he's like silly voice. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm high all the time.
And he skateboards on a broom.
He does skateboard on a no. It's his staff. It's with
Yes, yeah. It's his little
with
staff.
the gem in it.
Yeah,
So cute.
but he uses it to.
I mean, that is the appeal. The puppies are very cute, but when
That's-
they
yeah.
but when they talk, they're not.
They're really. The focus is on the kids more than the dogs.
The puppies
It's like every Transformer
might do.
movie.
The puppies do one useful thing at the very end of the movie. Otherwise, I'm not sure. They were basically Medea characters.
It is.
Yeah.
They bickered and like hung around and didn't move.
I also don't know who those dogs belong to, except for that one time the dog went into one of those kids' house. I was like, is that his dog?
Unclear. I think they're strays. I wonder if they have a picture from surfing on the.
I was just picturing trying to watch this movie, be like, who
I can't show this part. This
these
part's a
dogs
little.
belong to?
Oh, yeah.
We saw this part and we're like, oh no.
Oh my God! Yes,
Oh.
I forgot about that. Kids get turned into mice.
Okay.
What?
Yeah,
Or
two,
rats.
two kids turn into. I gotta say this with a straight face. Two kids turn into mice and then crawl up the wizard's cloak and start nipping at his nuts.
What is this movie?
I wish that was a joke. That's not. And then they're naked later on.
Yeah, that's true. And also, there's a young boy he owned the beagle dog.
Okay.
right? And he's
That
so
one was so predictable.
he's so sad. He's
Yeah.
so sad. But you know, it's the Great Depression, and he lost the dog. So later on, these kids meet up with this old man.
Oh my God! That one kid that's terrified of old people.
Yeah.
Just
He
every
sees-
time he sees somebody
The old
older.
man really wasn't doing. Yeah, that's him flying on the broomstick.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And this isn't like a parody of like Air Bud and stuff. This is an Air Bud movie.
This is like a sequel to Air Bud.
I was trying to explain. They made Air Buddies, and then this kind of this is like a very loose, further sequel spin-off of Air Bud.
It's like Ernest scared stupid, but Air Bud scared dumb.
Yeah. And also, whenever the demon dog tries to turn people into stone or do a spell, fart gas comes out of his mouth in a big fart gas puff.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, you got poo gas.
Yeah, it's like Dr. Sleep.
It's the
but
same
more
effect
entertaining.
used from Dr. Sleep, but turned gray.
Oh my god.
You know, Dr. Sleep had it like with green.
Yeah.
This is.
Was it green?
It was like I don't know.
It was terrible. I think it was.
Oh my god!
There's a dog mouth mid-sentence.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my god. So the movie progresses. It's very much the same. The kids are running around. They're trying to get to avoid the warlock. Is mostly what they're doing. They really don't have too much of a goal. They're mostly trying to avoid the warlock.
Is this still in the Depression or is this modern day? I'm confused.
Modern day.
modern day?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What-
the stuff happened back in the day where Hellhound and the Warlock was like, I need 5 puppy souls to get out of this mirror. And so the Warlock's like, oh, I'll get puppies or whatever. They're just there.
Yeah.
So then the magic broke because the sun started coming out or something
Yeah, and that
stupid.
last puppy didn't get.
Yeah, so that last puppy whose soul was getting slurped up by the fart gas turned to sperm, and he turns out he didn't get to drink
Accurate.
that sperm. So then the warlock got slurped up in the mirror because I guess magic, evil.
Yeah, evil magic.
Oh, okay.
And then the kids
Right in
say hellhound or something, bloodhound 3 times in a mirror like Candyman during whatever Halloween, a full moon maybe, and then that breaks the thing out. The thing's like, I'm in modern day now.
Yeah.
Along with Warlock.
So
Warlock is
all
also
the-
free too.
Yeah, all the golden retriever shit and the warlock shit in the present day is way after the Depression.
Okay, so but now I got a question because they just had to say the name 3 times in front of a mirror.
Yeah.
Then what was the point of getting all those dog souls?
What I don't understand is
Well-
how the dogs, now that I'm thinking about it, how does the mirror understand what the dogs are saying if the humans don't? Right?
I don't know. But
I mean, leave your brain at the door. This is an amazing movie.
leave your brain at the doggy door.
Yeah. Leave your brain at the dog out.
So Yeah, also the Hellhound is voiced by the guy who does Batman Brave and the Bold's voice.
Really?
So the whole time just picture that shit in his voice. And he's shooting poo gas out like a lot of the
my
movie,
God.
turning people into
He
everything.
never misses.
Oh no.
He turns a lot of things to stone, which I don't understand how those cells don't count, but they apparently all have to be blood related, so those puppies are all blood related.
Yeah.
So wait, what is his goal then? If they're
He
out of the
needs
mirror,
to get 5 of the same blood-related pups into the mirror so he could unleash all the souls from inside the mirror.
he doesn't have to just say the name 3 times like they did for him.
No.
You're going into this with your full mind.
What do we say about the brain at the doggy door?
Yeah, you gotta lobotomize
mind.
yourself before you watch this movie.
So
This is just money.
the old man comes off as really creepy, and a lot of the movie, our main joke was him being creepy with the kids. So,
Quick, kids, come with me.
yeah.
Oh,
Like, this mirror, to get inside of it, you need 0 clothing. Come on, kids, let's get inside the mirror. That was like a lot of the joking during the movie, because that
Gotcha.
guy was like a creep. And then at the end, the 2 kids that nibbled on that guy's nuts turn back into humans, and they have
Still
no
can't
clothes.
believe that existed. And yes, they actually did, and that was terrifying. And that was
Truly
not
a
good.
spooky movie.
Yeah. And then guess
That
what
was
happens to
scarier
them?
than the movie.
We don't know. They don't
What?
show those kids after
No,
they're
they
naked.
just show them hiding behind bushes,
Yeah, naked.
and being like,
And then the movie's pretty much over.
yeah.
oh wow.
The guy takes a weird van. And he's like, "I'm gonna leave," and then
Those kids are missing.
those kids are missing.
Oh man. What is this movie?
Spooky buddies.
It's the beginning of it.
Yeah, it is.
He is
I
the-
feel like it's our Halloween tradition now.
Yeah, just like that weird toy advertisement is our Christmas
Yeah.
tradition.
our Halloween tradition is under.
Underfist.
Under-
Every
That
year
and
we watch
also
Underfist on
Rap
Halloween.
City Kids Christmas.
That's
That's our
true.
other Christmas tradition.
Oh yes, that was. Is that the one that?
Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah. Spooky Buddies was a fun romp of a movie. If you like dogs,
You're gonna love this movie, maybe.
I love this movie,
May or
baby.
may not hate
They're
or
in
love
this movie, yeah.
yeah, dogs are in this movie. Also, there's dogs and mice-sized holes everywhere,
Oh,
just so the dogs can get around and the mice.
And there's a little kid that he, to my understanding, he's going to be the Jimmy Olsen of the James Gunn, DCU.
huh?
So
Interesting.
yeah, I mean, he's in. I recognize him because he does look like a grown-up, like, child actor face because he's got a very unique freckly face, and it's like I could imagine you being like a child actor. I had no clue he was just in Spooky Buddies, but he was in the Righteous Gemstones. He was in that the Mr. Robot created show that I like, the Resort, and he was what?
I just remember the ginger in the goose suit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh my god, yes. The big boy.
Yeah.
It's a goose suit.
Yeah. He's also in a lot of movies.
He is?
Yeah.
I felt like half this movie was Surfer Frankenstein, who we didn't even mention.
Oh
but
my
that's
god,
okay.
yeah, Surfer Frankenstein got possessed by a hellhound. No, by the Warlock. The Warlock came to his house. He's like, "Where's puppies?"
And then he competes in a costume contest.
And he wins.
I want to hear you guys talk about the fall of the House of the Usher now.
What'd you think?
Is it on the same level as Spooky?
There's no words. I can't believe any of that Frankenstein stuff happened.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't.
a
What is it got to
B-plot.
do with anything else?
It's a B plot.
Uh huh. Surfer Frankenstein.
He was a minion. He was like
Yeah.
he got like Loki brainwashed, and yeah.
Wow. All right. Cool. House of Usher.
Fall
from
of the House of
the
Usher.
The fall. Yes, because it did
House
fall.
of Usher is the book.
It's a book.
All of that. Yeah,
Edgar Allan Poe.
I thought it was a show.
Oh yeah.
I wish I had
This whole
more
thing is
hands.
Edgar Allan Poe's
Soundboard on this side.
almost all of his writing, but it's like interpreted. So the Fall of House of Usher is just about. You know what? We're going to the show.
I saw the first episode. It felt like I was watching
The Red Death was that
Succession.
No.
Like there's some.
No, first episode is very simple. It's just
Yeah,
like
first-
The
introduction
Death? Yeah,
to
the
everybody.
second one I think is the Mask of
yeah.
the Red Death. That's it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mc-
I I enjoyed what I saw with the first episode. I'm intrigued enough, and I'm curious to hear what you guys think. But yeah, the first episode, I haven't. There's the show Succession, where it's like it's a really rich, privileged family, and they're all just trying to like suck up to the grandpa or whatever, the father / grandpa, whatever he is. And it gave me vibes of that, but on like a more millennial type of scale. I don't know.
Fair.
One was trying to be like an influencer or something. I forget.
So the whole thing of the outside plot, outside of like the episodes of the individual people, is the story, The House of Usher, which is really about a guy going to one of his old wartime buddies' houses to see how he is, him and his sister, and he goes there and finds out the guy's sister died, and he's all like fucked up. He's like all skinny, he hasn't eaten, he's scared, and he tells him the story of the fall of the House of Usher, and that's almost like when he's sitting down telling the cop or the journalist. Is he a cop or a journal? He's a lawyer.
He's like a detective.
All right, he's a lawyer.
Also,
about what
lawyer.
actually happened, like to make the fall of the House of Usher. So there's the underplot, and then each episode is based on, loosely based on one of Edgar Allan Poe's short stories that he did.
Oh,
yeah, pretty good. I enjoyed it.
So I explained the show. Well, we watched the first episode when we were at Comic-Con, so and I was half asleep or asleep.
Or asleep. Yeah.
And
in and out.
debatably.
Yeah, one of the main plot points, my head on pillow, barely able to watch the show. I said it right away, and I predicted what was going to happen with that guy. I was like, "Oh, this is that." I'm like, "This is this. This is like so." The way they're setting it up.
Yeah.
But after the first episode, I feel like the rest of the show is Mega Man, and each episode is tackling on a different master robot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
very almost serialized. I mean, it's like episodic actually.
It
like,
almost feels like exactly what that director does in a majority. Like Hill House felt a little bit like that.
Oh, Hill House was like that.
A little bit was like that.
So the only reason I say is because we know at the start of like the show that they all die.
Yeah.
Like that's the first thing they say is everyone's dead.
Right.
But like this, when I say it's like Mega Man, is because Mega Man goes through and he kills each master robot.
Yeah.
So it feels like you're watching Mega Man because at the end of each one, you know Mega Man's gonna kill the robot.
I do like the twist though. Like at the end, the twist was like very like I honestly didn't see that. Specifically coming of what it actually was like.
Oh yeah, like
I didn't
why
see that.
the whole reason.
The why it was strange.
Yeah.
I was
strange.
like the why, but I can see now thinking about it why he did it that way. But I'm
watching it on a screen this big, so as long as I can appreciate it on the screen this big.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the concept of some of the stories and how they like interpreted it. Was it as good as Hill House? No, but. Was it second to that? Yeah, compared to
it was better than Bly Manor. Yeah, I
Bly
agree.
Manor,
The best show ever.
Yeah,
It can be better than the best show ever.
It's the best show.
He also did Gerald's Game, that movie that from Netflix.
We watched like half.
We watched the whole thing. Yeah, we went back.
We watched the whole thing?
Yeah, we went back. We watched the whole thing.
Drink a little bit more, you'll remember.
Yeah.
That one I might have slept through. Oh,
Nope.
boy.
No, you were awake.
Uh-oh.
It's all right. Like I said, one day he'll forget me entirely.
Whose house is this?
Yeah. Why am I here?
Why the fuck am I here?
I watched The Notebook with him.
You know what else is a good show? It wasn't by him, but it's another Stephen King short. 1942 was it, or 1840?
What century are we in?
1890 something. I always forget the name of it, but it's a short story. I read it, but the actual that's actually one of the books where I was like, wow, everything that happened in that show happened in the book. Like it was a good translation of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it came out at the same time as what I'm saying. 1942.
No, I'm saying I don't think it's that one because when I typed it, I got 1942, a love story.
18 something. I don't know. It's Stephen King short. Just see Stephen King short story Netflix.
Fine.
But I liked it. I enjoy so far I've enjoyed his stuff. He didn't really write for Bly Minor, so I think he wrote an episode. I think we looked it up.
It was him and his brother.
He wrote one episode of that season, the second season.
I don't remember.
I remember you saying he wrote one episode.
Let's just say
all right.
it's the good one.
Yeah, it's probably the good one. I enjoyed it. I recommend. It's a fun romp. It's gory, which I was like, okay, I don't mind this, but not gory in the like Saw.
Gets less as it goes.
It gets less, but in the very beginning, it's very.
It starts like whoa, and then you're like, are they all gonna be like this?
Yeah.
It's like, nah, not really.
No, and then they're not all really like that.
Yeah,
And I will say the ending was a little silly.
I agree.
One part of
the
it.
ending was a little silly.
A few parts of it.
The twist was good, but I feel like the whole show compensates where it doesn't make it horrible. You know.
Yeah, the rest of the show is like good enough
Where you're
that like,
oh,
yeah, all right. It's like
Yeah.
I get it. It's like, well, how is this gonna end? But it's it's silly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Hamill's in it.
Yes, he is.
Yep.
I love Mark Hamill in it.
We still gotta watch Guyver too.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was 1922, by the way.
1922. It was one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
20 years
you're
old.
close. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happens when you're 30.
Yep.
Whatever. One of those years. It's a good short. It has a good cast in it, but it's a good short story.
So we watched a movie called Emo the Musical. A movie called Emo the Musical.
That's right.
Well, it was a movie that was a musical, not a musical that they made into.
What's a music? A movie could be a musical.
Right, but there's two different ways of it, right? Like, so, like,
Why are we doing
you
this?
Film a musical.
Tony's having a TED Talk.
Why is this happening?
Like, you film the musical and make it into a movie, like Hamilton or something like that. And then there's
Only
a
Hamilton done that.
I think
Not
so.
yeah, or whatever. And then there's
No, the original Broadway cats, not the CGI gross,
And then-
disgusting cat.
and then there's a movie that's also a musical, where like High School Musical, right?
Do you call Hamilton a movie?
I call it a musical,
Yeah.
not a movie.
Well, this is Emo the Musical, the movie.
So which is it?
The movie.
It's a movie that has singing and dancing in
Why are we doing this?
Because I'm trying to. I can't picture it unless.
They dance. They go
Maybe a little bit.
once.
I think I blinked and missed it. I got to do the Space Zamboni podcast last week to promote my album, and we were talking about like, well, what could be the next big thing, and it was like maybe something like comedy related. And Matt was like, should we do Emo the Musical? And Alex was like, that's gotta exist already.
Wow.
And it did.
And not only did it exist, it's a freaking movie. And I tried to look it up a few days later when they came over, and it wasn't like available anywhere. But then, sure enough, it was just on YouTube. So it's an Australian movie, and the whole movie's out. So check out Emo the Musical.
So it is a movie.
It's a movie.
Okay.
It's very much a
God,
movie.
I thought
And
we
a musical.
established this.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's called critical thinking.
I'll say it again. A movie. Whatever. We're good.
It's a movie and a musical and a movie.
Don't worry about it.
They filmed them on stage, or there's scenes, and then
It's a movie.
Tony, did High School Musical confuse you that it was a movie?
no, that's what I'm saying. There's a difference between like a
Same
Hamilton
thing.
and a High School Musical.
No, but the title was High School. Oh, I'm done. I'm done.
I
My
understand the
question-
concept of what a musical is. Like Grease is a musical.
I don't think you do anymore.
No. And also, do you consider like High School Musical and say like Les Mis to be the same category for
I
you?
haven't watched High School Musical, so I wouldn't know. But
Me neither.
I'm just what your
Les
perception
Mis.
of it is.
so like Les Mis, there's the movie, and I'm sure there's
Because I feel
probably
like fuck talking about this movie. I just want to hear what Tony's perception is.
I'm in. I'm in.
like I'm sure. So Les Mis, the one with Hugh Jackman, is a movie.
Only Hugh Jackman is in the movie.
Yeah.
Nobody else knows
It's a movie.
You got that whiteboard, right? Like,
Yeah. So it's a
That's
movie.
what I'm telling you. Tony's energy sometimes comes off like that guy with
Yeah.
The whiteboard, you're like,
yeah.
Russell
deep
Crowe
breath,
doesn't
right?
exist because he can't sing.
Yeah. It's like I'm watching him trying to download the game again.
Oh my god!
That's what I'm saying.
So like that's a movie that's based on a musical.
just have to
but
sing
if you filmed them
Oh,
all
because
on
it's
stage,
based on the musical.
right? But if you filmed them all on stage doing the musical, then it's a musical that they
Is
made into a
Oliver
movie.
and Company a musical?
I'd say it's a musical.
Oliver and Company, the with the cat you're talking about? Like,
Yeah.
The Oliver and Company.
The only movie named Oliver and Company.
No, the stage production.
that it's the musical. If it's a stage production,
It's not. It's the movie we watched as kids like 400 fucking
Then
times.
it's a movie. Yeah, it's a movie.
It's a musical.
It's a movie that happens to be a musical.
That's what I said.
Right.
It could be
But-
both.
Right, but there's two different versions of what the movie can be.
Why don't you just use the term stage production?
That they made into a movie because you're watching it like a movie.
I can't believe I have to ask this again. Why is this happening? Why can't you get it?
This is a document that says we are no longer related.
So it's a movie. Okay, gotcha. That has music in it and musicals. And it's
It's a movie that has music in it, and it's a musical.
let's go. Let's hear about this movie musical thing. Let's just do it.
Now you can
Stage
picture it,
production.
right?
Yeah, now picture the scenes. They're actually places. It's not a stage. Gotcha. Go.
I answered so many times. I told him it was a movie. Now I get it. Now I get it.
Okay, so it's about a kid that he's all emo, but turns out, spoiler alert, he's fake. He's fake and he's not real emo.
Femo.
Yeah, he's FEMO.
FOMO.
So he goes to a school where he pretends to hang himself and he can't bear to kill himself.
Emo.
Yeah, so everybody's like, what a faker. I can't believe he's not actually killing himself. And then he goes to a new school, and then he finds out that there's actual emos at this school as well. And he's
Okay.
like, oh my god.
Yeah,
I
from
am
looking at
home.
a poster.
Yeah, there's
So, there's
actual
emos
emos here?
But I thought he was fake emo to begin with, though.
Yeah.
But he wants to continue being fake emo.
Oh.
Fit in.
But he cuts himself. Oops. He cuts himself on the wrist occasionally.
Also,
Just
it's
to
not
show.
clear at first if that beginning scene's a flashback or flash forward or what.
Oh.
And then you find out
I feel like
it takes a while.
It was kind of confusing. I feel like he was faking the hanging. I feel like it didn't actually occur anyways. But I was like, it's possible it could just be like his version of hell.
I thought it was
People see high
like a
school as
Nolan
hell
movie
sometimes.
where it's like that's the end of the movie, and then or like a flashback. But then they're like, "No, it just happened, bro."
Yeah, you
Oh,
couldn't-
okay.
They couldn't go full Dear Evan Hansen.
No.
So, then he finds an emo group. The emo group is hardcore. They're like, we are not messing around with anybody that's
Yeah.
not emo. Then it turns into like a Romeo and Juliet thing because he falls in love with a prep that's
Yeah.
really Catholic or Christian.
But he's not even real emo.
So
Can
you
we-
can't
yeah.
be Catholic and an emo?
Yeah.
No, in this they confuse emo and atheist a lot.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
So then there's also like a gay person that's in with the Christians, and they're like, but he's closeted, and he has electroshock therapy that he puts on his finger, and
yeah.
electroshock therapy himself.
Anytime he has gay thoughts, he
Oh my
shocks
God.
himself. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Just
On the go.
buzzing
Wow.
fast, you're like, uh-oh.
With the little pulse ox.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was just a CVS pulse ox, but they used it as a prop that like. And so just to talk about the music for a second, how many emo songs would you say were in this movie?
None.
0. Yeah.
Oh.
None of it really seemed emo. It was so happy sounding.
Yeah.
Lyrically, some I guess like tried to be,
Yeah.
but musically, nah,
Oh, wow.
absolutely not.
They're all like pop rock,
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, he is fake emo, right?
but not the bands
real
in the
people.
movie.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess some of the other people were fake emo
Yeah, just-
too, because there was that girl that was a sports person that liked sports, and the other guy that just liked being a guy and not emo.
The Shane
Yeah.
Dawson guy.
Yeah. Then there was the real guy that
Yeah,
looked
that guy
like
was
Walt
super
Jr. that was the real emo. and he was gonna cut somebody at the end of the movie. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, but you kind of just expect him to at least, it's Emo the musical, at least get some like emo songs, but it's very all like
It was cool to like see them like playing guitar, and like you could see that they like mastered the power chord, and then like all they need to do is kind of like fake it just enough to be like, oh yeah, it looks like they're playing the real song, but like I don't know, it's like they move their hand like one fret down, and like the guitar is doing something completely different. And I'm like, oh yeah, they got this shit down.
This is it, the real thing.
When they're like fake soloing, I was like, I buy that part. Like I had no critiques on that. I was like, that's like that looks realistic. But for some reason, they lost me when they're like, no, 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 no. How'd they do that? They moved their hand that way, but the note went that way.
Oh,
it's magic.
it's also not a comedy either. It's not.
I feel like it's
really?
humorous. I feel like there's a lot of humor in it, but like the gay guy is funny, and then the whole situations with that. I feel like
on purpose.
I feel like it's intentional.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, who do you think this
Then-
was for? Like in audience wise?
Someone,
High schoolers.
a parent who's trying to figure out what emo means.
That too.
I'd like to think by the time emo got to Australia, it was this, and maybe this is genuine Australian emo.
Yeah, that
really
could definitely be a thing. too.
Crikey! This
Yeah.
is why I think emo is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sorry, I just alienated myself to that part of the world.
Oh man,
Was the music good at least, or like?
it was solid.
Two decent catchy parts that we found ourselves singing.
Oh,
Yeah. And one was about church, I think.
Yeah. Go to church. Go to church. Go to church with me.
Oh,
yeah. And we're like, how is that the one that's the fucking catchiest song in this whole movie?
That's amazing.
Well, I think and we were singing that like a lot.
wow.
And it kept getting like, go
It's
to
on
church.
Spotify if you
Go to
want to
church.
listen to it.
Wow.
And I feel like the teacher was funny too because the school was being sponsored by like a psychotropic
Oh, that's true.
medication.
That's true.
So the teacher, I think, was dabbling in the meds, and it's like, wow, look at everything.
That's true. I guess because I've seen like actually funny movies.
It was more of a dry humor kind of thing. And then the whole swimming pool with holy water.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that was supposed to be playing like silly.
I think it was silly funny. They had the whole bottle labeled holy water, and they're like, yes.
So I thought the movie was funny because it was bad. But I don't know if it's supposed to be like Disney Channel funny or what.
It was Disney Channel.
But Disney
funny. I
Channel's
think it
made
was
better
really silly.
movies.
Yes, they do.
With better music.
Yes, they do. I can't argue either of those.